Okay, so what I'm doing today is heat stroke. Somebody knows what's it?
No.
Nobody. Okay. Let's begin. We are going out. It's summer, it's hot. After some time of heat exposure, sun exposure, we don't feel, let's say, in minor case, we don't feel good. Dizziness, headache, whatever. But we are functioning usually, just something disturbing. Do you know what's it? Did you hear? Did you feel it once?
No.
No. Okay. Like you. We call it heat exposure. More or less long time heat exposure, we begin feeling all those symptoms, what I have talked about. We call it heat exhaustion. Heat exhaustion, it's still not medical condition, let's say. But it's not a good thing, we have to avoid it. If we didn't, we have to treat it. What will be possible treatment? We go to the shadow, we do drink more, we seek for ventilation, whatever. What is the cause of this? The cause of this, it's pre-failure condition of cooling system of the body. Sometimes it's cooling system, sometimes it's heating system. The general condition of the system, general purpose of the system is keeping the stable temperature of the body. What could be symptoms of heat exhaustion? Oversweating. It's actually the system is trying to keep in overheat condition, system is trying to keep the temperature stable. Headache, dizziness, actually is the first and most common symptom of this. If we don't treat it or we don't succeed to prevent it, we come to next position. And next position in this way is heat stroke, sometimes called sunstroke. And unlike the previous one, heat stroke is a severe life-threatening medical condition. It must be prevented. If we didn't prevent it, we have to treat it immediately, because this situation is life-threatening and eventually lethal. Why? It's actually very simple. If heat exhaustion wasn't treated, the temperature stabilizing system failed. If it fails, first, temperature of the body comes up, as we maybe know. Heating of internal heating of the body more than 41 degrees Celsius, you will die. What's the difference between in symptoms, symptomatic difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke? One, if we see oversweating in case of heat exhaustion, the system fails, sweating stops and allow the body to gain heat and keep temperature higher and higher and higher until the level end. If we spoke about dizziness in case of heat exhaustion, heat stroke, it's disrupted conscious up to total unconscious. What else we can see? Actually, said about the causes of this. Next position, how do we prevent it? For your common experience, how can we prevent it in case of, let's say, heat exhaustion, heat stroke is too late? How can we prevent it?
Drink more water.
Okay. Hydration. What else?
Go for a swim,
Sorry?
go into the water.
Generally, yes, but in our case, you are on the water. How can you go into the water? And
Just jump out.
capsizing is a good idea, but in case of in case of heat exhaustion, do you want to go into the water in case of dizziness or whatever? No, it's not a good idea, but
Ice.
of the water.
No. Ice.
Ice pack?
pack?
Do you have an ice pack here?
Here, probably.
No.
On the water, maybe some water on your
maybe.
head and
If you are sailing
just
in
to
winter,
cool down.
No, in winter we don't face such condition, I think, anytime. But hot, it's yeah. What we have to do, it's as a part of prevention, we need the right, proper clothing.
sunscreen.
It doesn't help, it's another thing. It's some difference between heat exhaustion and sunburn. It's another story. Fortunately, in most of the cases, sunburn is not life-threatening. Anyway, second thing, in proper clothing. It's hot is a must in our case, and more than that, we have to think what's preventing the sweating. Because what the purpose of sweating? Sweating is taking heat, warmth from the body by evaporating the water. Water, whatever is going with the water, don't know. So not too much clothing, not too close, depend on the warmth outside, but not too close, not too warm, not too, everything in the right dosage. And the last thing, nobody thinking about this mostly, but last thing, not the least, it's right dosage of training. So as hot is outside, so shorter is staying outside under the sun. As like now, for example, we don't need to think about heat exhaustion. Doesn't matter how long can it be outside. We don't think about this. July, we have to shorten it more and more because it's over 30 degrees outside. We have to think. So, right dosage. Okay, we failed to prevent it. Anyhow, we did it. So we have a person with heat stroke. Fortunately, we found it on the ground. On the water is much more difficult because we have first to take him on the ground and then to work it. How can we treat it? What should we do?
Call 911.
Okay, 901 will come here. Yeah, that's right. But somebody else have to call 911 because until 911 will come itself, whatever will come, it will die. So we have.
So pouring cold water.
Yes, but not exactly. Why? Because it's a tricky thing. If you use for hydration, for pouring, for I know you can take wet blanket to cover the person. Everything supposed to be water must be more than 15 degrees warm. Why? Because if you do it with a cold, really cold water, you use the body systems to warm this water first. So that's a good idea, but just one of them. First, we have to take the person with a heat stroke out of sun. So we have to sit in the shadow first. Then cooling the body, like pouring the water, drinking. If a person is conscious, okay, we can again drink the water, but water. No beer, no coffee. It's another story. The liquid fats in beer prevent from sweetening the body. Don't know why, that's what's happening. And last thing, it's
tea?
Tea is possible if it's not a really strong one because of caffeine, like a coffee, same story. So actually we come back to three things. One, hydration, shadow, and last one, cooling the system. Same story, like prevention. In this case, it works like so. What we did? So now I'll give you actually exactly the same thing, and simply try to explain me on your own word what can you do in case of you are sailing and your crew tell you, you know what, I don't feel good, I feel dizziness, I don't know what I do, begins speaking not like a normal one. What do you do in this case?
I'll probably give him a wet hat, wet hat on his hand.
Okay.
So
Stop
sit,
sailing.
sit in the way that the shadow from the sails will cover him,
Okay.
or allow him to sit in the bottom of the boat, maybe take some cover from the sun, and give him some water if we have it, or even maybe use outboard water, I'm not sure.
If it's
And
cold enough.
head to the shore.
Okay, but I would say it must be an opposite consequence. first you head in to the shore immediately because you don't know what face with. Then you try to keep him for a shadow, to pull him with the water. Maybe outside water is good because you don't have something else, hydration of course. But anyway, what you have to see, oversweeting, okay, we still have the time. If he stops sweeting, dizziness, I don't know how can you say, actually you can see, look at me, you know exactly where he is. In this case you don't have the time, cover him, whatever, but you have to see what conditions they are. But anyway, in general, that's right. You first get into the ground, and then all we have spoken about prevention and treatment of this. Some ideas?
What was the question?
Same question.
That I already said.
Isn't it enough?
Maybe you have some ideas already the same, no?
Well, when we are on the shore, take
Yeah.
him into some shadow and hydrate, cool. Maybe use the towel to pump some air.
For ventilation.
Ventilation, yes.
Oh. Something else? Okay,
If
let's
it feels better, if not, then
And 911
Oh,
again.
911, any case is good because you don't know well and that's fine. But never forget 911 doesn't come within a minute. Okay, so that's it for today.